Hello and welcome to House Read. Recently I've been thinking a lot about Cersei Lannister. Cersei Lannister is probably my least favourite character on the show. She's bitter, twisted, intensely paranoid, believes herself to be super smart, but in fact probably one of the stupidest characters in the show. In the books, her personality is probably even worse. I feel it's almost certain that she will meet some kind of sticky end. I'm going to take a look at some clips and see if there's any suggestion as to what that sticky end might be. One of the most defining moments of Cersei's life is when she visited Maggy the Frog when she was a child, a witch who gave her a prophecy about her future life. So here is George R. R. Martin describing that prophecy.
Witch woman made certain prophecies and that were enigmatic at first. Certainly this is a society where people believe in magic. They believe in sorcery, and with good reason, because it exists. This is a world where you have dragons, and you have had giants and children of the forest and other things that are not part of the actual medieval world, and yet have been part of the world of Westeros for thousands of years. I think Cersei probably worried about that for a time and then forgot about it. But now certain aspects of Maggy's prophecies come true, and that alarms her because it creates a possibility that they'll all come true. And she doesn't want to believe this, but it's nagging her. It's at the back of her mind, and it's making her even more protective of herself and her children, and even more suspicious of anyone she thinks might want to do them harm.
So as an interesting side note, you may notice in that clip that George R. R. Martin never directly said that the prophecies are true. He just said that people believe them to be true. And there are certain reasons to suspect that perhaps Maggy the Frog had an ulterior motive when delivering that prophecy. So I'm going to play you a clip from in the TV show of Maggy the Frog delivering the prophecy. I'd like you to listen to this clip and see if you think that Maggy the Frog might have any motive to be less than honest in her prophesying.
Get out. Get out!
Let's go. No.
Listen to your friend.
They said that you were terrifying. With cat's teeth and 3 eyes. You're not terrifying. You're boring.
You don't know what I am.
I know you're a witch, and you can see the future. Tell me mine.
Everyone wants to know their future, until they know their future.
This is my father's land. My land. Tell me my future, or I'll have your 2 boring eyes gouged out of your head.
Blood. Give me a taste. Three questions you get. You won't like the answers.
I've been promised to the prince. When will we marry?
You'll never wed the prince. You'll wed the king.
But I will be queen.
Oh, yes. You'll be queen. For a time. Then comes another. Younger, more beautiful, to cast you down and take all you hold dear.
Will the king and I have children?
The king will have 20 children, and you will have 3.
That doesn't make sense.
Gold will be their crowns. Gold, their shrouds.
So there's one part of the prophecy that is in the books, I believe, which wasn't in the TV show, and that is the prophecy of the Valonqar. So here's the bit that was missed out from the show.
And when your tears have drowned you, the Valonqar shall wrap his hands about your pale white throat and choke the life from you.
The Valonqar prophecy is obviously a prophecy about Cersei Lannister's death and who's going to kill her. Valonqar, I've been led to believe, means little brother in Valyrian, or the little brother. And there's a range of characters that it could refer to, if it was in fact true. It's also apparently a genderless word, so it could even include little sisters. I see no reason to believe that any of these prophecies are true, but if I had to choose one person that I think is most likely to be Cersei's nemesis, it would be her little brother, Jaime Lannister. So to explain why I think in the end it will be Jaime Lannister who takes Cersei out, and possibly even in the next series, I'd like to refer to Jaime's history and the reason he got the name Kingslayer.
There it is. How's the look? Seen it for 17 years and face after face. You all despise me. Kingslayer. Oathbreaker. Man without honor. You heard of wildfire? Of course. The Mad King was obsessed with it. He loved to watch people burn. With their skin blackened, blistered, and melted off their bones. He burned lords he didn't like. He burned hands who disobeyed him. He burned anyone who was against him. Before long, half the country was against him. Arrows were traitors everywhere. So he had his pyromancer place caches of wildfire all over the city. Beneath the Sept of Baelor and the slums of Fleet Bottom, under houses, stables, taverns, even beneath the Red Keep himself. Finally, the day of reckoning came. Robert Baratheon marched from the capital after his victory at the Trident. But my father arrived first. The whole Lannister army at his back, promising to defend the city against the rebels. I knew my father better than that. He's never been one to pick the losing side. I told the Mad King as much. I urged him to surrender peacefully. But the king didn't listen to me. He didn't listen to Varys, who tried to warn him. But he did listen to Grand Maester Pycelle, that grey-sunken cunt. You can trust the Lannisters, he said. The Lannisters have always been true friends of the crown. So, we opened the gates and my father sacked the city. Once again, I came to the king, begging him to surrender. He told me to bring him my father's head. Then he turned to his pyromancer. Burn them all, he said. Burn them in their homes, burn them in their beds. Tell me if your precious Renly commanded you to kill your own father and stand by while thousands of men, women and children burned alive, would you have done it? Would you have kept your oath then? First I killed the pyromancer, and then when the king turned to flee, I drove my sword into his back. Burn them all, he kept saying. Burn them all. I don't think he expected to die. He meant to burn with the rest of us and rise again. Reborn as a dragon, turn his enemies to ash. I slit his throat to make sure that didn't happen.
It's often said that the best way of predicting a person's future actions is based on their past actions. And within the series of Game of Thrones, there have been certain cyclical series of events that keep reoccurring. Not always to the same characters, of course. There is, for example, Ned Stark doing the right thing and getting his head chopped off for it. And then later on, Jon Snow does the right thing, gets stabbed for it. And they have these kind of repeating motifs in the story. One of Jaime Lannister's central issues is connected to honour, and it is connected to him trying to decide between doing the honourable thing or doing the thing that he wants to do. And this is a central issue for Jaime's whole story arc. In the story of how he became the Kingslayer, he expresses several things about himself. He's not above doing the right thing even though everyone else around him may think it's the wrong thing. He's not above breaking his vows if he thinks that it's actually in the interest of the realm. The point at which he decided to take out the Mad King was the point at which the Mad King decided to burn everyone. So when it's in the interest of a vast number of the everyday folk, he will go against his role in society and kill the people who are about to cause hundreds of thousands of deaths. So the question is, could Cersei Lannister be pushed towards taking that role again in Jaime's life? So to demonstrate that point, I'd like to refer to the moments after Cersei Lannister's walk of shame when she returns back to the castle. Listen very carefully to what Pycelle says is Robert Strong's role.
It's good to have you back. Come. We'll take you inside. I need to have a look at those feet. May I have the honor of presenting the newest member of the Kingsguard? Please, Your Grace, he has taken a holy vow of silence. He has sworn that he will not speak until all his Grace's enemies are dead and the evil has been driven from the realm.
So Cersei Lannister essentially has been set up onto a sort of revenge path, or at least a path of violence. In a sense, if Cersei is the Mad King, then Robert Strong is her Wildfire. And who do you think her enemies are? Well, let's take a listen to a small section of her walk of shame. Listening to this clip, it should become obvious that Cersei was surrounded by nearly everyone in the town. Her new enemies have become the very people of that town. It's not that much of a stretch to consider that she's going to enact some sort of revenge against the common people. And when she does that, it will leave Jaime Lannister no choice but to nominally fulfill the prophecy of Maggy the Frog and become Valonqar himself. And that's my bold prediction. In the next series, I think Jaime Lannister is going to kill Cersei Lannister. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. And if you've got any ideas on who you think Valonqar is, I'd love to hear them in the comments below.